The Devil in the White City. The true, terrifying story of H. Holmes and his murder castle. At the end of the 19th century, Chicago dazzled the world with the world's Columbian Exposition. It was the White City, a symbol of progress. But in the shadows of this vibrant metropolis, a man was building a nightmare. His name was Herman Webster Mudgett, but he would become known as Dr. H. Holmes. Intelligent and charming, he used his medical training not to heal, but to manipulate. Even in university, he stole cadavers to defraud insurance policies. In 1886, fleeing accusations, Holmes moved to Chicago. He got a job at a pharmacy and, with his charisma, convinced the owner's widow to sell him the business. Shortly thereafter, the widow mysteriously disappeared. With control of the pharmacy and a lot across the street, Holmes began his most sinister project. Officially, it was a hotel for the World's Fair. In reality, it was a trap. Holmes constantly hired and fired crews so that no one, except him, knew the complete blueprint. It was a labyrinth of malignant architecture. Over 100 rooms, many of them windowless. Hallways that ended in walls. Doors that only locked from the outside, turning rooms into cells. Trapdoors in the floor led to dark chutes. That went straight to the basement. Some rooms were hermetically sealed and fitted with gas lines, allowing Holmes to asphyxiate his victims from a distance. And the basement was the epicenter of depravity. There, Holmes installed a dissection table, a crematorium, and vats of acid. It was his private laboratory where he processed the bodies of his victims. The World's Fair was the perfect opportunity. The city was full of outsiders, many young women seeking independence. They were the ideal prey. Holmes used his charm to offer jobs or marriage proposals. He didn't just kill for pleasure, he killed for profit. He stole their belongings, forced them to sign over their properties, and, grotesquely, used his medical training to dissect the bodies and sell their skeletons to medical schools. Ironically, it wasn't the disappearances that brought him down, but fraud. Holmes planned an insurance scheme with an accomplice, Benjamin Petezel. But instead of using a fake cadaver, Holmes killed Petezel for real. What followed was even more cruel. Holmes manipulated Petezel's widow and took 3 of his children on a journey, before murdering them. The search for the Petezel children finally unraveled the web of lies. Holmes was captured in 1894. The inspection of the castle revealed its secrets: bones, hair, and the basement of horror. At his trial, he confessed to 27 murders, although the real number could be as high as 200. On May 7, 1896, H. Holmes was hanged. The murder castle mysteriously burned down and was demolished. Today, a post office stands on the site. But the dark legacy of the Devil in the White City, the architect of evil, remains one of the most terrifying chapters in the history of crime.